I labeled them current bovin right here. I fed them into my timeline. This is the first scene that I filmed, and this was the easy part because this is the person that kind of is directing the conversation, and basically I kind of said what I wanted to. I just left and pauses to let the other bovin answer the questions later. So this is the easy part. So I'm just imagining that I'm having a conversation with my previous self, a much happier version of myself, and leaving some pauses as I said. So that's in the timeline, and then you can see that I shaved, and then the next day I came in, changed my clothes too. Wow, and this is the hard part. But I did have help, and you should have help too. Yeah, you can mouth the words and time it out, but it's really a lot easier with an assistant. So I've got someone over here. Garrett is flashing me cards and giving me signals for when I should speak based on the other video. And the timing actually works out pretty well, but I think it's because we put the timing and the lines on whiteboards. It was all scripted. This part was more scripted, and you have to be super organized for it to seem like a smooth, seamless conversation. So I'll go ahead and stop it. I'm going to bring it to the first frame here, and I'm going to go ahead and take that video and to put it to video 2 and put that to audio 2, and then fit the current bovin so they're on top of each other. And of course, it makes sense that you can't see one of the bovins because they're layered on top of one another. So we're going to mask. We're going to use the Bezier tool to mask so both bovins are in frame. So let's make sure you click the top video. That's really important. Go ahead and go to editing, and you'll notice that there's this free draw Bezier tool. Click on it, and let's give this a try. So we're going to go right down the middle, right here, right down the middle, and the other bovin should appear. There he is. They're together. Now when you hit enter, you'll notice that they're like in the other video, there's this kind of harsh line, and it's pretty obvious and awkward here. So there is a way you can fix that. And don't worry about if your video is lagging. If your video is like in yellow or red, you can just go to sequence and render in and out. But I don't really care. It doesn't bother me now. But one thing that does bother me is this harsh line. I want to make it look more realistic. So we're going to go to mask feather, click on the stopwatch there, which will open it up. And 300 really worked for me, but it was a lot of trial and error. And I hit 300, enter, and that'll apply it. And it should apply the effect. And then immediately, when you look at this, yeah, I don't know if the camera's slightly different, but yeah, there's a bigger bovin here. And that makes sense because I did gain a lot of weight. But it actually looks pretty good. But the coloring looks pretty sharp. And if you're not happy with that, you can kind of keep going. Go beyond the feather tool in those settings. And I, click something and screwed it up. But you get the idea. And then you can kind of watch the video to make sure that it's pretty smooth. And it looks like there's an opacity issue here. But we could fix that in post. But I just wanted to show you guys the basics here. And look, my leg is clear. So something went wrong there, but that's not a big deal. Call me over if that's an issue. It looks like it's a transparency or opacity issue. But I hope you guys have fun doing this assignment. And this video already went way too long.